I want to start with each of your brands. And branding is an interesting thing against a backdrop of G2E this year, because after all, many brands over the years have come together, both on the operator side. Certainly Caesars is, I don't know if Caesars is a house of brand or a house of brands or a brand of houses, but it's certainly a brand, perched atop in Caesars that is still known the world over and dating back to the days of Evel Knievel, that was the case. Certainly, Gavin, you've overseen a number of paint jobs on your buildings as it's become many more things. And Greg, you too have seen a number of you sold a casino to Churchill Downs, you've incorporated new properties. Why don't each of you open with just sort of a state of the brand, where your companies are, where you think your brands are, and who you are to the customers, the various kinds of customers that you serve. You want to start with that?
Sure, Bo. So our company is actually relatively young. We opened our first property in the U.S. in 2008, and I think our brand's been fairly consistent since we opened our first property. We really spend a lot of time on the design of the property. I mean, all our facilities that we own we built ourselves, and I think it's a core competency of ours is our development team. I think we have probably one of the best development teams in the business, and we're really focused on the customer experience. All our facilities are contemporary, they're clean, and we spend a lot of time on the design. And really, we want to create an elevated customer experience. Also something that's important to us is creating a great work environment. All our properties in the U.S. have won numerous Best Places to Work awards. And the reason that's important to me is we've got to have happy team members, but happy team members make for happy customers. And then the last sort of pillar of our brand, I'd say, is that in each of the communities that we're in, we really try to be a good community partner. We do team members volunteer, do lots of things in the community. We support lots of organizations in the community. I think that's really important as well.
Very good. Gavin?
So, thanks, Bo. Scientific Games is now a combination of multiple companies, so obviously they're all brands. We've put together Scientific Games with 3 divisions: SG Gaming, SG Lottery, SG Interactive. Under SG Gaming, we comprise of Bally, WMS, Shuffle Entertainment, Barcrest. And below that, you have the brands which our consumers, our players know, which, be it Hot Shots, be it Blazing Sevens, be it all those different brands. And then we have the theme brands. And in lottery, we, scratch tickets, every different scratch ticket's got a different brand. We have over 140 licensed brands in there. So in many ways, we are a house of brands. But going back to what Greg was saying, internally, when you bring together all those companies, the way to do it is with a core mission and some core values. And our core mission is to empower our customers by creating the world's best gaming and lottery experiences. And internally, we have pillars on how we play. We play with integrity, we play together, we play to win. And if you have 8,500 people around the world and they all have those same values, you can build a brand internally. And that's what we're doing. And we really came out with the gaming side of it yesterday, so very happy with the progress on that.
Mark, can you talk about Caesars?
Yeah, well, Caesars has got an interesting set of brands, and obviously widespread throughout the country. And we've got Harrah's, Horseshoe, and the Caesars brand, and then all the brands on the Strip as well. And so we feel that, when we look at branding and how we do it, we really segment the audience, and we say, look, there has to be an end user. Who is our end user for each one of our facilities? And then if you want to be treated like a Caesar, then the uniforms at Caesars Palace, the training at Caesars Palace, looking at all aspects of the floor, the decoration, everything holistically, making sure that it all fits what your end user segment wants is really important for us. What's challenging today, though, is that we've got billions and billions of mobile devices, and we have the internet. And so in order to segment consumers today, while it's easier to reach them, it's much more difficult to actually break through the clutter. So consumers, and millennials especially today, are doing tremendous things on the internet. They're very informed. And if you're not able to differentiate among all that clutter and all that noise that's out there, it becomes a very difficult proposition. And you really need to understand how to connect through all the social spaces, through the internet, et cetera. And that's a challenge in marketing today for your brands. It's one of the biggest challenges that we face.